Welcome back everyone to our Cities Skylines Let's Play. This is episode 2. My name is AstroEmerald or Ian, and I just want to thank you for joining me. And we are back in Twin Rivers, continuing our progress from last episode. It's been a little bit, but I'm relatively sick, and hope this doesn't disrupt this video, so I apologize for the long delay in between videos. But we are back in Twin Rivers, like I said, and I have a lot to do. I watched the episode a few times, including with my girlfriend, and she very much enjoyed it, which made me happy because I thought it was awful. But it seems like it kept her attention, and that's really what matters. So I'm going to continue pretending I'm talking to my cat Cody and explaining myself as we go. Today I have a few goals in mind, but I don't want to get too overwhelmed. I know what my first two goals are because I actually already recorded this episode before I found out one of my mods was incompatible and corrupted my entire recording and save of that time. So we're back where we started, or at least where I started, and I know what I need to focus on. I want to expand the city because I have different demands down here. We have high residential, we have high commercial, and we have a medium demand for industry. I'm going to expand and add more residential demand, which is going to increase our power intake. To handle that situation, I'm going to come down here and look at our economy and look at budget, loans, and taxes. I think most of the citizens don't get mad under 12% taxes. We're going to keep everything around 11%. And we're also going to come over here and take out a loan. We have two different loans, 20K and a 60K. Different amount of times for pay, different amount of interest, but I'm going to go to 60 because we are making relatively good money. The weekly cost is going to cost too much now that we've raised the taxes. So we'll take out the 60K. Now we have $64,000. We're coming back to our industrial park. We are going to think about what power we want. Honestly, we're not really going to do much thinking because it looks like we only have our coal power plant. So I'm just going to put this down knowing that I'll expand the roads over here. And yeah, looks good. That should give us a lot more power if we look up at our vitals. We are gonna jump, let's press play. We're gonna jump a little bit up. I think that should go, yep, 88 producing, consuming around 50. So big step in the right direction there, and hopefully we won't have any power issues this episode. They're all happy over there. But because I am about to expand our residential, we're going to have to look into traffic problems. More people are going to be wanting to go down this way to get to trucks to bring to our commercial areas. And more people are going to want to leave and enter the city selling goods. To handle that, I would like to build a roundabout. So what I'm thinking here is we're going to go down to roads, roundabout. We're going to use this small roundabout and put it right here. I'm going to pause before we do that. We are making great money. So we should be okay. I'm going to delete all these roads, including the power lines. And possibly that as well. That should be fine. Alright. Go to our roads. Our roundabout. I don't want it interfering with everything. I just want to place it how I want it. So my best judgment here is to get it in the middle of those two highways and lined up with our roads. That looks pretty good. I am gonna delete this here and this here. And I'll tell you why. We're gonna have one-ways, 2-lane one-way roads from the highway to the roundabout to make a better connection here. So if I curve this road, maybe not like that, like that, kind of messes with the roundabout a little bit. That way, if you're coming off this, you merge and then you're right onto the roundabout, and you don't have to worry about other cars coming your direction. We're gonna do the same thing over here. There we go. Oh, but we do need to turn this around. And there we go. So they'll come this way, and they'll come this way right onto the roundabout. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side to connect kind of towards our little old town, like Main Street. It's less of a roundabout, more of an oval bout. I'm gonna be honest there. It's a little gross looking, but I don't mind it at all. I like with the trees in the middle too. I don't know if that would fly because you kind of need to see oncoming traffic. But for right now, it looks pretty okay. Oh, we do need to change the direction of this guy. So we'll press play and hopefully... Oh, we need to connect all the roads. Forgot about that. We're going to grab... We don't need those. We need 2-lane. Not exactly straight, but that's okay. Like that, so they're back connected up. And you know what I'm thinking, because I know this is going to become heavy in traffic. I think we just bite the bullet and build the 4-lane roads here. Ooh, look at that. Nice little bridge. Keep it coming this way. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to our straight road. We're going to connect this down. Ooh. Looks like our terrain's a little wacky over here. Pick that up. Pick you up a little bit. I do not want a bridge. There we go. So now we have another entrance. The other great thing about this is if we can make a 4-lane road here, there's not going to be a designated turn lane for anyone that wants to go in the industry park and anyone that maybe wants to go on this side. So maybe we could have people coming from here, down, and easy out. We'll see a little bit less traffic. And now we have this really nice bridge. I think that looks pretty awesome. We have no power. Oh, gosh. And last episode was the crime. Today, it's the power. Connect the electrical back up. Ooh, looks like it's becoming nighttime. It's going to be kind of hard for everyone to see, so let's slow down the pace of things. Get it to be a little lighter. Want to make sure we can see what we're doing. And another thing I'm realizing is people are parking on this roundabout. Do not like that. We're going to turn off all this parking. I think it's because wide sidewalk roads have no parking on them. Whereas the non-wide, I think there's like the normal have parking on them, and I don't want that because that'll cause more traffic. We do not want parking over here as well. I don't think anyone should be parking here. It'd be a long commute up. But I do not want parking anywhere here. Nice. So that's looking pretty good. It looks like we need a lot more residential, which will actually bring us a lot more money. We're going to continue bringing out the 2-lane wide sidewalk roads. I think we're just going to follow the river all the way up here. And then we will have our connections like that. Not sure what we can do there. It's going to be a bit of an empty space. But we should maybe follow the flow of this road. Just going to follow the mountain. Like so. So it's going to kind of be eventually running parallel to this. Because this is going to be our entrance to the hills. To our more prestigious, higher-end living will be up here. We'll maybe have that turn a little bit sharper. Or maybe we'll actually have another roundabout over here. Something we have to keep in mind is we're going to need a big bridge. Something that's going to have heavy traffic coming from here. And maybe something smaller for more of the suburban people, the lifestyle over here. And we'll have a walking bridge as well. So what I like is maybe this road right here will be the normal bridge. And then if we can manage to make a connection, and it's going to kind of be like that. Don't want to do it now because it's going to be a lot of money, but that'd be a good area to think about a more heavy traffic bridge, 4 lanes over here. We'll continue building this out. I would like somehow to connect this to this. Looks a little wacky, but it'll do. Maybe we'll mess with the terrain here a little bit. Pull this down. Have it more like this is the mountainside. Make it clear that this is going to be like the hills. And that way the terrain isn't too wacky over here. We can build this out here, and maybe we'll continue our little square plots. Something like that. So this is gonna be a main road. We're gonna need a little bit more commercial over here, because if you're living over here, you're down in Evergreen Hills, your closest shopping centers are gonna be kind of over here, quite far away. So they're gonna want another place to shop, which we can maybe build a shopping district down here. Honestly, looking at this, traffic is going to be a mess, but I like it. I like how it's looking so far. We're going to continue our water pipes up. Make sure everything's connected. And then we'll continue to zone our residential. And maybe this is where we'll have our commercial. Do something like that. Get some more homes here. We have a high demand for residential, so I think that will help a lot. And yeah, so got that working. I was looking at education before I started the episode. I noticed we just have elementary school, and I think a really great spot is in between the elementary school, the playground. Then we have our high school right down here, because this will increase the land value closer to the water side, so kind of the wealthier homes will be alongside this. And that's where we will see a bit more higher end citizens paying higher taxes, stuff like that, ultimately making us more money. The high school also educate teenagers for the whole area, which help a lot. We're already starting to fill it up. It seems like it was a high demand because we did have an elementary school. We did have kids. This is almost maxed out elementary school in Evergreen Hills. So that is a big bonus to this area. Now, coming back to the goals, like I said, we completed one area. We have this roundabout. It's going to help with traffic a lot. There's a few more things I want to touch up to make it a little bit better. The industry area will continue to expand when we need demand for it. What's going on over here? Burn down building. Yeah, I think I don't think last episode we ended up putting any fire. Oh, we're getting really low on money. That high school costs a lot. We're going to need a Birmingham fire station. We don't have one here. I think it'd look really nice off the main road. Yeah, I could see this being in kind of a Seattle-esque like area. It's very kind of old school. It's kind of dark here. But, oh, Billingham Community Fire Station. I wish we could change name of things, but it looks pretty nice. And I think it fits the aesthetic of our town. Look, we got much bigger places being built now. Organic foods. I don't know what organic that place is looking like. Oh, look at that. We just hit Boomtown. Got some new services. This is we're going to get into transport, which is another goal my video is going to get to. Is just wait until we reach our Boomtown. We unlock ferries, buses, taxis, and the postal service. Got more specialization. We have new policy, which is going to help a lot in our districts, especially Evergreens in the industry park. And now we have new intersection, more roads for the buses, the taxis, stuff like that. We're not quite there yet. And as well as new buildings. We're going to need to plop down a cemetery as soon as we can. And some ferry, bus depots, stuff like that. So great progress. That gave a lot of money too, hitting Boomtown. So that was a big milestone for us. I know looking forward, I kind of already know what I want to do this episode because I kind of already did it. So we have our small roundabout, and what I want to fix here before I go into our next few steps is where these lanes are going. I might have to mess with the yields as well in the future, but I want the right lanes to always be turning right. Actually, probably straight as well. Sometimes these people don't know where they're going. I don't want this car to switch lanes halfway through. I want it to always be on that right lane. Looking here, this can go right or straight or there. This will always be going there. It's a little too far. Just make sure no one's switching lanes in the middle of traffic. You're gonna turn right or straight. We'll organize where the vehicles are going so that there's no car accidents on our nice roundabout. I think that's a little bit better. Should organize traffic. If we look at our vitals here, we got power is doing great, water is doing great, garbage is doing okay, I think. Education not doing too well, but we did put the high school down, so we're gonna have to wait a minute. Let's look at traffic. So big traffic here and big traffic here. It might be beneficial of us to continue the four-way out, but for right now, I think this is fine. Everyone, I just need less traffic here. That's the big thing. And having a nice bridge, people to walk, it's going to help a lot. What's the traffic looking like over here? This is very congested. So people are ignoring this connection here. We don't have an industry demand quite yet, but we're looking at medium demand for commercial. We did add some commercial over here. All right. So another thing I'd like to do this episode is take care of the dead, the living dead. What are we going to do with them? When people start dying, where are we going to get rid of them? And I would like to have a cemetery somewhere off this road right here. The reason why is because if we do end up building Beverly Hills, we don't want a cemetery up here. So we want a quick connection for the people here to get to where they're going to bury their dead ones. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get rid of these commercial buildings. I'm going to de-zone them. Where are you? And we are going to cemetery. I think it's here. I'm going to plop it down right here. And we'll just fill this up with greenery. Looks pretty nice. Only a few dead people so far. I don't know if that asset changes. I really like the high school asset in this game. I think it looks very nice. And we're filling up. We're over halfway of capacity, which is great. Because more educated people means they're bringing more money and more taxes and wealthier homes to us. We're going to take a look at Evergreen Hills policies. So we got a few more. A lot of these I'm not going to use. We don't have recycling. This slightly reduces garbage acquisition, slightly reduces tax income with recycling. I'll do that. I don't need a smoking ban. I do want a parks and recreation because we're gonna have a lot of green space here. We're gonna make parks, and people are gonna wanna come out, and this will make the land value better, it'll make people happier, stuff like that. But it does increase the budget, so we're gonna do that as well. I also just want to take a look at our district. Where do I want to cut this off? I think a good cutoff would be right here. And kind of keep the hills separate. Kind of keep that new commercial space I made a little bit different. Ooh. Make sure you guys are covered. There we go. Looking good. We still need more residential demand. So it might be time that we expand up into Beverly Hills. Or we maybe build a lower income housing over here, you know, maybe closer to an industrial park, something that's not favorable, but is still a riverside kind of area, extension of the community, if we could say. So let's think. I think I want to do the Beverly Hills part. I really like working around terrain and building homes, stuff like this, and it just kind of looks natural. Like if we build this up, and it can kind of fork here a little bit, and connect like a giant circle, and then maybe out like this. So let's see what we can do over here. I think I'm gonna have this turn a little bit sharper. I don't need wide sidewalks. Maybe I do, because maybe I don't want. I don't know. A lot of these roads are going to change in the future anyway. We're going to continue. Yeah, I don't really need wide sidewalks. So we're just gonna follow the terrain here. Oh, we're not doing that. I need it to, like... It's a little bit too vertical. Let's see what we can do with messing with the terrain. We can soften this up. Be a little bit flatter for us. It's going to cost some money though. Build more of an organic slope. There we go. That's a little better. A little steep. I feel like this is how we would... Okay, so this is really steep, but instead of messing with the terrain even more, I'm just going to grab our nodes and bring it down. Maybe bring you up. Actually, we're going to mess with the terrain more. Might be making it steeper, who knows? Let's follow this way first. Looks pretty nice. Holy moly. It's like a roller coaster up here. Yeah, that's why it's gonna be so wealthy. People are gonna... We'll gradually... Actually, go back a little bit more. We'll mess with the terrain a little bit more. Why is that happening? Okay. So this will be where our Beverly Hills... Wow, this actually looks crazy. So let's just take a look at all the terrain challenges we have here. There we go. I really hate this road here. Oops. We want to create a nice curve up. I don't know if that's any better. I think this just needs to be a little bit sharper. There we go. So yeah, it's going to be steep. Maybe it's where we'll have our mountain trails and stuff, but we follow this. It doesn't look too bad so far. I don't love this. I think we can just have it bend there. Honestly, it's not too shabby. This is where it's going to get a little shaky. So I think we just grab you, just pull you down a little bit. It is going to be hilly, but we don't want it to be like not realistic. But also what I'm doing is not realistic. I'm just messing with terrain. We're just kind of a gradual more slope over here. That looks nice. Maybe we'll pull you up. This actually doesn't look too bad. This is a little steep. Boom, boom, boom. I think this would be a nice area to people live. We're making some good money. I think we should speed up time. This is a little shaky. So, I think you can just be something like that. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Pretty steep once again. We'll have a peek at this node. Raise you up. Why is this? I don't want to mess with it too much. Boom, brings us right down. So it's gonna be one giant cul-de-sac, but then we'll kind of like build off even minier cul-de-sacs, you know, like down here. And then we can have maybe a really cool bike path that comes and connects us into the suburbs. So we are going to build some more. Maybe this is where we see our first kind of cut through, if we would say. No, it's not gonna work. Or maybe we see our first like neighborhood up here. Spending a lot more time on this, so we might carry this over into the next episode. It is not going as I would plan. Maybe for right now, we'll just leave the layout for what our residential expansion will be over there. And we'll just do the easier stuff just so we can at least start making some more progress and stuff like that. Now we have a good middle ground for all the demand. And we have a good layout for our new Beverly Hills. I think it's a really good place to start. But also not get too ahead of ourselves because we're going to have to build infrastructure and water pipes. And it's going to cost a lot more money. And right now I'd rather just focus on what we have here and actually just expanding the industrial park a little bit and upgrading the roads here. So we can do 2-lane roads to allow some parking. Let's get all these highlighted. Also make these businesses happier and help with traffic flow because people get in and out better. And then we can also expand this. And I believe I'm going to expand like that. Why can't I? There we go. Get a lot more of our industry park, industrial zoning over here. And I do want to carry this out a little bit more. And make sure they have water. And we should be good on industry for a little bit. Ooh, what's going on here? We can do that. Looking good. Looking good. A lot of factories, a lot of smog, a lot of trucks, and a lot of traffic. A lot. Alright, let's finish up this episode by beginning another foundation for something that I picked this map for. And what I'm looking at here is our walking path. If we go here and we look at paths, we have bike lanes, gravel paths, a bunch of different ones. We can make streams. I don't know what this stuff is. These are pedestrian path tunnels, I believe. We're just going to stick to the normal pavement path. And I want to create something that will connect this entire river with the suburbs and the other communities that will be surrounding it. Let's look here, and we're just going to run... Actually, we're going to run our walking... Our bridge over is going to be around here, I think. So... we'll start it here. I'm going to keep it parallel with the road just so it looks nicer, and then we'll mess with the terrain, make sure it's looking okay. I think I want a park maybe here for the main roads to stay near like the hospitals and stuff to have it connect to something. So let's take a look at our parks and plazas. Large playground, dog park. What's going on over here? Forestry, large parking garage. Let's see, just Cities Skylines stuff and just workshop stuff. Football. Oh, I got some golf courses. I didn't know that. Tunnel entrances. Wow, we got a lot of stuff here. Well, let's just go back to parks. And let's take a look at a small park, small playground, park with trees. This is what I'm looking for. So let's destroy this and see how why is it saying you fit? Perfect. That looks so nice. And if we could get this to... if we could get this to lead into this, that'd be a really great kind of like connection for us. Beautiful. There we go. Can I delete that tree? Maybe that won't look good. Maybe we will... Why are all your connecting zones very interesting? Yeah, maybe we'll do something like that. It looks very nice. We are going to have to mess with the terrain a little bit, but I just want to get the foundations of maybe having a park that, you know, just follows the river is the point of this map. We kind of have to fix this up. Maybe if we delete that. There we go. Hopefully no flooding happens. Right? Yeah, we're good. Alright, we're going to continue heading up this way. And that's eventually... This is going to be where we have our walking bridge. Everything up with the everywhere there's crosswalks I would like to link up, just so we can see. We'll remember, we'll put something here, so just so we remember that's where our walking bridge is going to be. We'll do like something like that just so we have an idea. And come here. Something like that, and that connects to this, which I'd love for it to connect there. So everyone has a connection to this nice little park right near some homes, and also if we would like, we could connect to this commercial zone maybe. I think we're getting a little close to time on this episode, so I'm going to quickly finish up. I know we didn't get too much done, but something I was noticing in the last episode is we just don't have a great foundation that I was looking for. What do we need? We need more workers. So let's wrap up this space here and just expand the city a little bit more. And I'm actually thinking about maybe expanding this so that we have a reason to connect these two areas. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Or do we not just want to connect here? Where's the right spot to do this? Yeah, I like the idea here. So let's do 2-lane. We'll have something less structured over here. This will maybe be not where our maybe our lower income housing is. A little bit more meant for the industrial parks connection, we could say. That doesn't line up. I hope people don't take this as... Maybe we're going to have to ban heavy traffic on this road. And maybe somewhere we see... Let's see, I want... keep it nice and straight here. Don't want to look at to make it too cookie cutter, but still like it was built meant for we need homes. We really need homes, so I'm gonna connect our water out here. Connect it down. And let's get some homes here. Speed it up. We're making really good money here. So this is going to be almost treated as our industry neighborhood, where people that want to work here can. We have no power. Why? Where people, we're gonna have like schools out policy. So we'll look at the districting right here. We're gonna have more of our working class people district here. That's not what I meant to do. And I like that. I'm kind of thinking about when I'm building the city of how I'm viewing it as like Pittsburgh. We're gonna call this the oh, what's a good name? What's a good name for income like working class? So how I'm viewing this city is it's going to be like Pittsburgh, but mixed with New York. So we're going to have different boroughs, but the river is going to be dividing everything and have different connections and different bridges. We could label this the Riverside. Wow. How creative. Our policies here is we're going to have smoke detector. We're going to have... No. This is where we can see... schools out. So the citizens will prefer working over educating, and only a small portion of the eligible citizens will go to study at the university. I think this will be a big benefit for this neighborhood, and it will allow people to easily commute to the park, less traffic, and a lot more workers. And look, we already see our demand for residential has dramatically dropped. So we'll keep that. Keep it like that. We could do recreational use, slightly decrease tax income, moderate tourism, slightly reduce crime rate, increase police budget by. We're not going to do that yet, but we could implement that there. We'll have some stores that everyone can get to. You know, your classics. Do we have any pennies? Sally's. And this will be more for your working class. And that's kind of great. We kind of have a great foundation going here. Riverside. We have the park. Any policies we want to implement here? I don't think we want a pet ban. I don't want pets over here. That'd be a little crazy. Don't need recreational use. We don't have any plastic yet. That's fine. So yeah, I think we have a really good layout. So this way we have our industry, the park. Riverside will be our our working class area. Maybe something that we would see in New York as getting overtaken by like the hipster crowd, a little bit more cooler bars, stuff is like that is down here. Then this will have a great connection to the bustling city that will eventually be over here in a future episode, as well as the connection to Evergreen Hills, more of our old town, our very not so hip, more of traditional thinking people will be over here. And I think what would be great is that kind of leads you into the people that want to, the younger, the wealthier young people that want to escape, and they'll be up in the Beverly Hills or with the people with the nicer homes. And then I'm thinking, because I saw those golf course assets, we can make a really awesome golf course here. A lot of terrain difficulty. I think it just kind of laid out so that you can kind of see it from the highway. Maybe the golf course wouldn't want to overlook the highway. Maybe have it on. I can't do it on the opposite side. I like the idea of this. We have it near the pond. This might be our golf course section. I'm gonna look into how to do that. I don't remember getting those assets. Let's slow things down here and see how this is looking. See how the traffic's going. Nice, red, great. That's great to see. What I'm thinking is next episode we will build a connection here. We will have an off and an on. Yeah, off and ons here. We could use one of those new things we got by. We can use the Cloverfield intersection, or this would actually work well. The three-way intersection. We just really need people to get off and on. We're not really looking to putting them over here or anything like that yet. I think that would be great. We do have some special intersections that just look like spider webs. It kind of intimidate me. I really like this one. It's very easy and I can mess with it. But I don't know where we'd be able to fit this. Maybe we get it going on somewhere over here and have a great connection. They're complaining about fire. That's great. Nice suburbs. I think this is really successful, and I just want to thank everyone for joining me. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. We made really great progress, and what I'm looking for in the future is we're going to tidy up this green walking path right here. I just kind of put the layout here so I at least start it. We can mess with the terrain next episode, and then we can add decoration stuff. I love how well it fits into this park. I think this is going to help a lot with land value and making it a little bit nicer along the river's edge. And then that it's giving it a purpose. Like if you're coming to the park, you're going on the path to come to the park. You know, it's just not like just a walking path. There's somewhere to hang out, meet up, maybe have community things going on. And then this is giving great access to high school for the kids, as well as just down the street. Oh, right here, yeah. Great access for the elementary school for kids to get to school, another playground, and we will eventually have our walking bridge across. And that was the whole goal for the city, is making a more accessible town, a little bit easier for the commuters. So next episode, we'll see the development of our walking path alongside the river. We will start building out the residential Beverly Hills with the new policies allow wealthier homes, high-tech housing, things like that. And then maybe we will then also dive into transportation with our new bus lines. We have different bus depots. We have a biofuel one. We also have ferries, which I don't even want to look into this stuff, but I think we can maybe get something going on. I've never used ferries before, and it looks like I don't really know how it works, but we can look into that. And we have taxis, which I don't think are going to be a big thing until we build our city out over here. But it'd be very cool to have taxis because I haven't used that in this game yet. So yeah, maybe we'll just work on buses next videos and fixing traffic because this is a hot mess. All right, anyways, thank you for joining me, everyone. I will see you in episode 3 in Twin Rivers, and we'll make some great progress. Just want to say I appreciate all the love and support, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time.